What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. I hope you're all doing well out there. And today is Friday the 13th. So, first of all, happy Friday the 13th to you all. Hope you guys, like me, are watching some good old Jason flicks or maybe some of your favorite scary movies, or you're just having a great day. But anyway, this is not going to surround the man Jason, even though I'm a big fan of the franchise. I feel like I've talked about them quite a bit. So this video, for this Friday the 13th, I am going to be talking about the new horror movie shelves. I'm going to go through them. I don't know if we're going to go through every single one of them, but I want to give you guys an idea of what this shelf looks like, or what these shelves look like behind me. Go to the box sets, go through all the shelves pretty much, and kind of give you an idea of the setup. So, one question I do get asked quite a bit is the shelves. Where do I get the shelves? I get this question here on YouTube and on Instagram. I get these shelves at Target. Now, I got these shelves back in 2010, so they've been in the collection, or they've been in this movie room for 12 years now, or 12 or 13 years? One of them, yeah. 2012, so almost 13 years they've been in this movie collection room. And so I don't know if they're available now, but I know there's similar shelves, you can go and look through on Amazon. But I love these shelves. They have been great with my DVDs, my Blu-rays, my 4Ks. They're adjustable shelves, so you can adjust the shelves the way you want them. I absolutely love them, and they hold quite a bit of movies. And so, yeah, I just wanted to answer that, because I do get that question every often, or every so often, talking about where I purchased these shelves. But anyway, guys, this is going to be a complete collection overview of my horror movies and the new setup. So stay tuned. And once again, happy Friday the 13th. Alright, guys, so here is the complete horror movie Blu-ray and 4K collection shelf. Now, a couple things. One, this isn't all my horror movies. I have steelbooks, and I have other boutique labels that aren't over here that have horror movie titles that are a part of them. So, but that's just a very small portion. This is a majority of my horror movie Blu-rays and 4Ks. A second thing is, on the boutique side, you are going to see some non-horror movie titles, but I like to keep my boutiques together. So a lot of 80s, 70s, 90s cult movies will be over there. And how I have this organized is this side right here, I have all my non-boutique horror movie Blu-rays and 4Ks. And on this side is the boutique labels. So we're going to go through them, and we're going to talk about them. So I hope you enjoy it. And we're also going to go over the box sets up at the top. Alright, guys, so we're going over the box sets first. So I'll go through these since I don't have, I have a lot of box sets and collector's editions, but they're not as much as what we're going to see on the shelf. But we have the Alien Quadrilogy set, Alien vs. Predator, the 1 and 2, American Werewolf in London, Amityville Horror. This is the out of print Scream Factory edition. Then we have the later sequels from Vinegar Syndrome, Beastmaster, this awesome Blair Witch 1 and 2 Blu-ray set, the Children of the Corn trilogy set, so just the first 3 movies. That's the UK Arrow edition. We have one of the first, or the first, Blu-ray Chucky box set that comes with the first movie up to Curse of Chucky. We have the Critters collection, the first 4 movies from Scream Factory. I'll go through the movies that are on top real quick. The Dawn of the Dead Second Sight 4K box set, the Scarlet box set, Hellraiser Scarlet box set from Arrow Video, the Midsommar's Director's Cut set from A24, Then we have the latest edition of my collection, and that is the Evil Dead Groovy collection with the first 2 Evil Dead movies and the TV show. I finally got that. It was on sale, so I picked that one up. Going down here real quick, and then we'll get to the other box sets. We have the Donnie Darko 4K Arrow Edition set right there. The Fly Collection, the Friday the 13th Deluxe Edition, the first movie on 4K, Fear Street. These are MOD titles, made-on-demand titles. The Ginger Snaps trilogy, The Guest, another great Second Sight release. Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2, the Wes Craven movies. Then we have 2 house box sets. We have this, I think it's Italian or Spanish, overseas house collection with the first 4 movies. Then we have the Arrow video collection, which I love. I love them both. I like this one because it comes with a lot of, cool stuff, postcards and everything. But I love these Arrow editions. And these are region free. So they do say region 2, but they are region free. The Arrow edition is. And this one is as well. We have the Last House on the Left, the original Legend. There's a little bit of a glare because of the light. The Omen collection. The Paranormal Activity collection, the Phantasm collection, Phantom of the Mall, the Predator 4-film collection, the Puppet Master 12 Blu-ray collection, the Wreck Blu-ray collection from Scream Factory, RoboCop, Species collection, the Urban Legend Trilogy collection. Both of these are from 88 Films. And then we have the Universal Classic Monsters 30-film collection and the Second Sight When a Stranger Calls collection right there. Or When a Stranger Calls collection. The Resident Evil box set, the 4K Blu-ray box set, and then the Underworld one. And then lastly, I love this artwork. I love this edition, so I have it displayed. That is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 4K Blu-ray set from Vinegar Syndrome. Absolutely love it. Alright guys, so we're going to go through each shelf. I'm not going to name off all of them, but I will point out some great ones that I think you should add to your collection. And all of them will be in print, so they're not going to be expensive at all. So this is the first shelf. This is the non-boutique shelf, non-boutique side. And we're starting with the letters and going all the way down. I recommend this one. So we'll talk about the first recommendation, As Above, So Below. Pretty underrated movie. I would say from 2015 or 2014. I know it came out around the same time as, Cabin in the Woods and Chernobyl Diaries. And this one really didn't get enough talk. And I think it's pretty underrated. But the people who have talked about it would agree, or most would agree, that this is a great movie. And don't sleep on it. Definitely check it out. It's quite eerie, quite creepy. Absolutely love it. The Changeling 4K, this is amazing. Blu-ray 4K DVD, just pick up this movie. Absolutely love that. Going on to the next shelf, one that I'm going to pull out right now, The Dark and the Wicked, one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. I've talked about that before. That is one you need to watch. The Descent, the first one, The Descent, one of my favorite movies. Definitely check that out. Descent 2 is an overseas Blu-ray, but it is region free. It's a pretty good sequel, but not one of my favorites. I got a lot of the Dracula movies. I'm a big Dracula fan, so these aren't all of them, but there are most of them. I think Dracula 2000 is a lot of fun. I remember when that came out. I think I got it on VHS, and yeah, absolutely love it. A lot of fun. Final Destination series. I want to rewatch these movies. I'm a big fan of 4 of them out of the 5, but I want to rewatch them. I want to do a ranking before the new one comes out, so. And then, of course, I talked about this in my last video, Fright Night Part 2. a lot of, kind of talk is happening with this movie. I think there's an overseas Blu-ray coming out. So maybe, just maybe, the US will get to release that movie. It definitely deserves it. All right, so going on to the next shelf, one that pops out right now to me is the Ghoulies 1 and 2 set. Now, I hope we get Ghoulies 3 on Blu-ray one day. I'm hoping Vestron releases that. We've had this before on Blu-ray. There's overseas Blu-rays of this. We have the out of print Scream Factory Blu-ray, but this is from Umbrella. It's a great set, under $20 on Amazon, and you're getting both these movies region-free with great bonus features. So if you missed out on the Scream Factory set, if you want to get these movies on Blu-ray with great bonus features, definitely check that one out. That is a must. Hole by Joe Dante. This is a pretty fun film from, I think, 2012. I enjoyed this one. It's not perfect. It's got issues, but you know what? It's a Joe Dante movie. I'm a big fan of his films, and that one was a good time. I had a fun time with that. The Hills Have Eyes remake and its sequel, I enjoy both of them. I love the remake. I enjoy the second one. Out of print Blu-rays. So if you come across these cheap, definitely pick them up. If you're wanting to upgrade them, if you find them out in the wild, definitely pick them up. And then the Insidious movies, I'm a big fan of those. Cannot wait for Insidious 5 coming out this year, so very excited for that. All right, next shelf here, guys. Let's talk about some other movies in this area. Let's talk about The Last Exorcism. I am a huge fan of this. Now, I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember when this movie came out, and it really surprised me. It's a great film with great performances. I really like the lead actress in this movie. She does a great job, and I was very impressed when this movie came out. So this was 2010 or 2009. I can't remember, but it doesn't seem that long ago that this came out. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out or give that one a revisit. The sequel, not so great, but I do own it because, and with some movies, I'm a completist. Last Night in Soho, absolutely love it. Brilliant film, or just a fantastic movie. If you love Alfred Hitchcock, if you love Dario Argento, it's got a mix of both of them in it. Going down this shelf here, what are some other movies to talk about? Mirror Mirror, 1990, just a fun horror movie from 1990. So great time there. Of course, The Monster Squad, love that one. So some really fun ones there. And Near Dark, we need another edition of that movie. Absolutely love it. All right, next shelf, guys. Let's talk about Nightmare on Elm Street. We all know Nightmare on Elm Street, but where is a fantastic box set for this movie? That's all I'm going to say. I love that franchise. One of my favorite horror movie franchises. We definitely need a proper box set. Definitely, hopefully one day we get that. But a documentary to talk about, Never Sleep Again. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. Orphan Kills. Let's talk about this one real quick. I just got this on Blu-ray finally. It's still $17.99. I wish it would lower its price, but I don't think it's going to for a while. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I actually preferred it over the first Orphan movie. Definitely a great prequel. So that one surprised me. Of course, we know about Pearl, then we know about X. Amazing movies. Absolutely love them. The other Puppet Master movies that aren't in the box set. So if you're going to get that 12 film collection box set, just know that not all the Puppet Master films will be in there. This one is Iron Cross. And then this is the one that kind of just, it was released from a different company. Not really connected to the other films, but I wasn't a big fan of that one, but I still own it because I'm a completist with some CERN movies. So, next shelf here, guys. A couple movies to talk about. The Sleeper. Let's talk about The Sleeper, guys. Justin Russell. I don't know if he's ever going to watch this, but I had the privilege to interview him when this movie came out on DVD in 2012. I absolutely love this slasher movie. It's one that over time no one talks about anymore. It is a fun throwback to 80s slasher movies, 80s horror movies, but also has a great homage to films like Bob Clark's Black Christmas. Definitely, a lot of love for He Knows You're Alone, The Slumber Party Massacre. If you love 80s slasher movies, this is one to check out. I wish we'd get Justin Russell back. He's amazing. He hasn't directed a movie since this. Again, really sweet guy. I got to talk to him, and that was just a great privilege for me. One of the latest horror movies to come out from last year, Smile. Definitely surprised me. Really wasn't expecting to enjoy or love this movie, and I love it. So check that one out. That is a must watch. I did get Terrifier and Terrifier 2. I need to watch them. I've seen the first one. I have not seen the second one yet, so I need to watch that. Talking about some Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you want the unrated cut of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, this is the Canadian Blu-ray. This is the unrated cut. This is the only way to get it on Blu-ray. There is the US. Oh, sorry, it's a little shaky. There's the US Blu-ray, but this is the theatrical cut. I highly recommend picking up that unrated Blu-ray from Canada. So, great stuff there. Some other movies there. Some great titles. Of course, John Carpenter's The Thing. The prequel, which I think is great. And some other ones that I recommend there. And then the last shelf when it comes to the non-boutique labels. You got I have 2 copies of The Witch on 4K. So I have this Lionsgate one. I got it last month or a month and a half ago for $12.99 when Amazon was having a sale. But I recently got this one in the mail. Shout out to Nathan Jones, one of my buddies on here. Great channel. He talked about this and, talked about the transfer and talked about this release. This is from Second Sight. I did not get the box set for the really cool edition, but I wanted to add the best edition of this movie to my collection because I'm a huge fan of The Witch. This is one of my favorite films from the last decade, and I absolutely love it. So I am looking forward to watching this on 4K. I've not watched the Lionsgate 4K, so again, I just got that one recently. And so maybe this winter, maybe this upcoming Halloween, I will be revisiting this movie and checking it out on 4K. But a huge shout out to Nathan Jones there. Thank you for, talking about that. Then we have Witchboard 2. We'll talk about this real quick. I'm a huge Witchboard fan. I love the original, and I love the sequel, Olive Films. I believe it's back in print. I know for a while it was out of print, but yeah, pick this one up. It is worth owning in your collection. So, but yeah, so that is the non-boutique side, and these are some like double packs, triple feature packs, different titles on there. I always keep those at the end, but that is the non-boutique side. All right, so here's the other side. This is, and I'll go down here, go down the shelves, this section of the shelves. This is the boutique side. So again, not everything is a horror movie here, but a majority of them are. And also, you're going to see some stuff that aren't, boutique titles, but they're with franchises. So I like to have them together for most part. So let's talk about Scream Factory. I'm a huge Scream Factory fan. I love Scream Factory. I love what they're doing over there. And we got some of these really cool box sets. Now, I wish we would get more of them, but they don't do a lot of these hard shell box sets like the Fantastic Creepshow edition, Elvira's Haunted Hills. I love that artwork. I like the purples. The Halloweens, of course. These are amazing. I love these editions. I think they're fantastic. You get them on Blu-ray, you get them on 4K. This is my favorite horror movie franchise and my favorite franchise of all time. Absolutely love them. You know, Rob Zombie's Halloween movies, the only ones that aren't available on 4K. I wish they were. I hope Lionsgate releases them. I believe they're the ones that own these movies. But yeah, I have these over here. So this is the Canadian Blu-ray again. You know, Canada rocks. They get some really cool stuff. You know, and you know, they have the theatrical movies on Blu-ray. I think these are the only ways. I think this is the only way to get these movies on Blu-ray in the theatrical version. So great stuff there. The David Gordon Green trilogy, Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, got those. Scream Factory Steelbooks, I got most of them, but I'm not going to try to go out of my way to get them all unless I come across them pretty cheap. But I got most of them. So ones that I would recommend, Pumpkinhead, even though we might get a 4K at some point. I'm not sure if we are, but I'm sure we will in the future. This is a great steelbook and a great 4K scan. Galaxy of Terror. I don't know if this is available anymore, but you can get this on Blu-ray. Alien Ripoff. It is so much fun. Absolutely love it. Slumber Party Massacre. We are getting that on 4K, but I love having Slumber Party Massacre on steelbook form. I think that's amazing. I have several editions of John Carpenter's The Thing. I love that movie so much. So now we're getting into the slipcover edition. So we'll go through these. Again, you're going to see things like Candyman with the new Candyman there. I like to keep most of my franchises together. Same with Carrie. They're together. These Child's Play 4Ks. I know we had a lot of problems with the actual 4K 4K packaging with that grease on it. But the transfers are amazing, and I had no problems with them. So beautiful stuff there. I love having those on 4K. Maybe we'll get the rest. I would love Brides of Chucky. Cursed. This was fun rewatching it. I had a good time with that one. And then one of the OG original releases, Deadly Blessing. Amazing. Going through the next shelf, I'll recommend Escape from New York on 4K. Beautiful transfer. Loved rewatching that. Just amazing. Again, I have several editions of The Fog. I love John Carpenter's The Fog. So you're going to see at least 3 copies of this movie in my collection. So yeah, I love The Fog. Speaking of the OG Scream Factories, Halloween 2 and Halloween 3 with those beautiful slipcovers. I love them. The Howling looks fantastic. That's a great transfer. My Bloody Valentine, one of my favorites. Again, you saw another edition of that movie. I love it. Again, you're going to see some franchises together, even though the original Poltergeist isn't from Scream Factory. I have it over here with 2 and 3. Or yeah, 2 and 3. Same with Pet Sematary. But I love having my franchises together. Another 4K. Pick up The Return of the Living Dead. That is the best the movie's ever looked. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. And then we have the second, or the other shelf. The Strangers movies. Absolutely love both movies, especially the second one. Again, you're going to spot a lot of things in here. John Carpenter's The Thing. I love that movie. So I have several editions of that film. These are the non-slipcover editions from Scream Factory. So some really cool stuff there. Eyes of a Stranger, recommend that one. Some really awesome stuff there, guys. I'll take a quick, do a quick second for you guys. I will, before I go on to the next shelf, I'll give you guys a quick look at these movies. All right, guys. So, this is out of print, but I just want to talk about it. Howling 2, or Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf. It's bad. It's so good, though. And I do love the film. Great one to talk about. It is available, still available. Love at First Bite and Once Bitten on Blu-ray. I've not seen Love at First Bite, but Once Bitten, that's one of my favorite movies. So, some great stuff there. Again, you know, they're RoboCop movies, they're Scream Factory, but they're not horror movie related. But I do have the boutiques together. Rock and Roll High School, Roger Corman Shout Factory release, but I have it here. That's a great one. The Slumber Party Massacre. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. The Slumber Party Massacre movies. 1 and 2 are getting a 4K release. Where's 3? What happened there? I don't know, but I have this out of print. This is long out of print, but I have all the movies on some type of format. So, very cool. And then you're going to see some Arrow editions at the end, some steelbooks, some slipcover editions. And again, some of these aren't horror movies, but I have my boutiques together. I love Arrow Video. They are amazing. One of my favorite boutique companies in general. And they release a lot of great stuff. So I have some stuff from them. Not as much as Scream Factory, but the stuff I do have, I absolutely love the movies. Some are so bad they're good. Some are just great movies. And some are awesome movies. But I enjoy every one of these films. Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive. I would get that on 4K. I definitely would. I love that movie so much. Great film there. One that I'm not a big fan of anymore, but, you know, I like the cover. The Prey. It's not as good as I remember it being. Probably one of my least favorite 80s slashers. Is it completely terrible? No. But I don't really like it too much. So, but some great, you know, Arrow Video releases. So now we're going into another company I love, and that's Vinegar Syndrome. And we have some great slipcover editions here. Witch Trap, one I grew up with. Oh, Witch Trap. And shout out to Mark Patton. I know he's going through some stuff right now. So I want to send my love to him. I love you, Mark. Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street. Amazing documentary. Get well soon, Mark. And then, you know, some non-slipcover editions. Cutting Class with Brad Pitt. Pretty fun one there. And then, you know, we're on the next shelf. So we're finishing up the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Now we're going into Synapse. Another great company that I love. And yes, I have several editions of Demons. I have the Blu-rays and I have the 4Ks. I gotta have some movies on Blu-ray and 4K. I know it's the same film, but, you know, it's a little bit of my OCD. And then, you know, I just absolutely love that company. I don't have a lot of their stuff, but the stuff I do have, again, I really love these releases and these movies. Suspiria, all-time classic there. The only two, but worthy films to have in the boutique side, The Beyond and Pieces from Grindhouse Films. I appreciate that company, though. And so when they release something that I absolutely love, I'm going to grab it. And I love both these films. So, Blue Underground. Another company I love. They've been around for a very long time. But Blue Underground is amazing. Again, I don't have everything from Blue Underground. But the stuff I do have, for most part, I love the movies. Or appreciate some other films. And there's movies I still need to watch. Like Manhattan Baby, The Nesting, The New York Ripper. Gotta watch those for the first time and see how they are. But the Maniac Cop movies, they're some of my favorite horror movies and ones I recommend. And then we got some Code Red titles there. I love Code Red. You know, One Dark Night, amazing. Check that one out. Some of these are out of print, so I can't recommend all of them unless you can watch them somehow. I definitely recommend films like Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, Deadly Dreams, Hide and Go Shriek, Just Before Dawn, Savage Streets, and then we got some other great titles here from Scorpion, I think, films. Scorpion and Code Red. House on Sorority Row, Silent Scream, Terror Train, The Church, and Dario Argento's Opera. And lastly, on the boutique side, again, not all horror movies, but Best Run Video. Absolutely love them. You know, for a while, we thought, are we going to get any more Best Run titles? And we did, and they've been rocking it out with some great movies, some, non-horror movies, some horror movies, some 80s cult and 90s, 70s movies. Absolutely love them. So huge shout out to Best Run Video. And I don't own everything from them, but what I do own, for most